Bonnie, if from a GS1 Australia perspective, if you just want to make some comments and reflections.
Sure, David, thanks so much. So I am speaking from the position of being the standards body and the company responsible for providing the technologies that enable visibility in the supply chain. So I just want to make maybe just a couple of key points. So first of all, I want to reiterate the difference between the conversation about technology and the conversation about data. And David started with that in the session, but we've talked a lot about technology over the last couple of days, but technology is a very broad umbrella term. It can be anything from an automated train monitoring system through to a mobile phone or anything and everything in between. But any type of technology really is nothing without the data. So the data drives everything. It drives our supply chains, it drives the systems, it drives the processes that we want to automate. So if you don't have good quality data embedded in your systems, then you're not going to get a good quality outcome. Good quality data cannot be trusted, or you can't trust quality data really unless it comes from the source. So if you're getting bits of paper or spreadsheets or getting data from systems that don't belong to you and you're having to reinterpret and rekey and rework and duplicate and all this stuff that goes on every single day in this industry, then you cannot rely on your systems because you're not feeding them quality, consistent, accurate data that's coming from a trusted source. And that is the organisation or the party that's actually creating the data from the get-go. So that's really critical when we start to talk about supply chain visibility, but you want to be able to trust the data that's flowing through your supply chains. So in order to do that in an effective way, you have to have integration across the supply chain. And we've talked again over the last 2 days on many occasions about an integrated network. We talk about integrated terminals and ports and roads and trains and all the rest of it. But are we happy to kind of put up with the disconnected data that is feeding our supply chains? Because today, pretty much across the whole national network, all the systems are disconnected, they're not integrated, they're not to any sort of consistent format of any description. We have pockets of excellence in some areas, but across the chain, particularly in a very complex supply chain, it's not consistent, and so the data can't be trusted, and so you can't make good decisions across a whole range of areas, whether it's fulfilling a customer need or whether it's making good planning decisions or a whole range of other things. So unless we take this thing seriously, and I've been up here now for probably the 5th year talking about this and banging on about this, so thank you again for the opportunity, and I'm Marika said earlier about having freight on the planning agenda. I'm glad to see that we've now got visibility on the transport agenda, because it's really critical. You'll never really get full productivity benefits. It doesn't matter how good the road is or how integrated your physical infrastructure in. If you put the wrong freight on the wrong train, if it's going to Perth instead of Brisbane, the great physical infrastructure is not going to deliver the quality outcome that you're looking for. So to that point, I suppose just to finish up, my view is that we've been working with industry, and really the reason all of this began some 5 years ago now was because our members, Woolworths, Nestle, OneSteel, Reject Shop at the time, all the companies, the shippers that are your customers and our members, came to me and said, Bonnie, can we do something about visibility, because I literally ship my goods out the door and I don't see them again until they pop up at the other end, and I cross my fingers in between that it all goes well. And when it's good, but when it's not, it's back to pen and paper, and that is absolutely what it is today still. So I guess we've been working with industry to deliver you the toolkit that you can implement to deliver the visibility that you need. There's technology companies in the market that have built solutions, low-cost solutions even for the small operators, to enable them to provide good quality data. So, you know, I guess I welcome the report. Thank you to the department for supporting the work, and thank you for Deakin University for putting the evaluation together, because I think it's a really great piece of work and something that I think we can really, you know, kind of grab now and feed into the supply chain, the national supply chain strategy.